Hi, Schlockmeister fans. Ray Moore is the avenging disco godfather. Where's Bucky and what has he had? Let's check it out. Introduced to the man. Ray Moore is the disco godfather. He's an ex-cop, now DJ. This is Bucky. I believe that's the Godfather's nephew. He's been getting into some bad stuff.
Where is Bucky? And what has he had?
Angel dust. I told him. He's been smoking too much of it.
So Godfather's nephew Bucky has smoked some angel dust, too much of it, and now he's tripping. So they gotta take him away. Even in the hospital, he's still tripping. So he goes to the police, his former buddies, co-workers.
I will. Please let me, Godfather.
Knock off the bullshit, fellas. Where's the lieutenant?
Three things you can do to that man to really get him uptight. One of them is to mess with his family. He's going to turn over every stone in this city until he finds a main man. When he does, well, hell is going to break loose.
So he immediately becomes a target of thugs. But you don't mess with the disco godfather. And this is the main bad guy, the angel dust dealer. I believe his name is Stinger.
Should go fast.
But he still has time to disco. Now this appears to be an exorcism over an angel dust victim. I don't know. And some interesting camera work here, freeze frame and all. Some bad cops, I believe, come in and shoot up the place a little bit.
And badge number 143. Just ringing in my head. Why 143?
No,
Bucky's starting to come too.
You know what you was getting into.
So I smoked some, just to shut him up. He wouldn't get off my back. He just kept pushing me on and on.
Kid stuff. I'm an instrument of the oldest profession there is. And in my business, nobody go around making zombies out of kids on the street.
I lost one of my best legs because of the whack. Sweet meat.
So anyway, Godfather works to clean up the streets as best he can. Now he has to leave his lady. Somebody sent him a message. I don't know what that is. A dead cat, maybe?
I'm going to personally see that you are locked up and the key is thrown away forever. You decrepit old stupid son of a bitch. Just had to have him. Stinger.
Successful businessman in town. Just purchased a new basketball team.
Well, what has Stinger got to do with Bucky?
They confront a bad cop.
Gil. Why, Gil? Give me your gun and shield now. Don't try to explain.
leads to a suicide. The bad guys manage to corral our Godfather and kidnap him.
This Stinger sent you, man.
Real smart boy, ain't you? Just like that old man friend of yours.
But you can't hold the Godfather for too long.
All right.
Eventually he arrives at Stinger's location. And he has to fight his way in. He cleans house and he's going in.
Thanks, Howard. I'm going in for Stinger. You take care of these jokers out here.
But he runs into a little trouble. He gets captured and they put a gas mask on him and have Angel Dust go into him. Things get funky and weird for the Godfather when he starts tripping. Eventually he is rescued by Bucky and some other good guys, but he's still tripping. Alright, let's talk about Disco Godfather, or Avenging Disco Godfather. I have the DVD under the title Disco Godfather, and that's what the title screen said also. Stars Rudy Ray Moore, who was Dolomite and the Human Tornado in the early 70s, and he made this one in 1979. Quite a film. This was my first experience with Rudy Ray Moore. My Schlockmeister brother Jeff tracked down this film in the 90s at some point. We watched it and thought it was a hoot, which it is. It's unbelievable. If you've recently watched the Eddie Murphy movie Dolomite, or My Name is Dolomite, I think it was, you'll see how he came to be himself. He's not playing Dolomite in this one, but it's practically the same character. Anyway, we have an ex-cop. He plays Tucker Williams, I think his name, but he goes by the name of Disco Godfather. And he's an ex-cop, like I said, but now he's working as a DJ in a disco, and he's always telling everybody, put your weight on it, put your weight on it. I'm not even sure what that means, but I think he actually catchphrase, Rudy Ray Moore catchphrase, or paid for that. That was his catchphrase, and he trademarked it. That's what I'm trying to say. But anyway, maybe it's putting your weight on your feet, on the floor. I don't know. Who cares? So anyway, there is angel dust going on around the neighborhood here, and including his nephew, Bucky, who he put through college, has been hanging around with a bad crowd and took some angel dust. And his girlfriend comes in, you got to help us, Godfather. He's like, where's Bucky? And what has he had? Call the ambulance and tell them what Bucky has had. And then he decides he's going to become like a vigilante and go after all the angel dust dealers in the area because angel dust is bad. Whack, they call it whack. So at one point, there's like this funky montage where they're playing this spaced out song, and he goes through the streets, meeting women and beating up bad guys. It's ridiculous. Ultimately, he learns that the real bad guy is this guy named Stinger, who's like the main drug lord in the area. So he's got to find Stinger. Meanwhile, there's also some bad cops involved here. He gets them all. He does eventually get to Stinger's fort, hideout, whatever you call it. And he kicks ass getting in there. He kicks ass when he's in there. But they do capture him at one point. And then they put a gas mask on him and they make him breathe in angel dust himself. And he starts tripping and he sees this wild shit, which is the same kind of stuff that his nephew was seeing earlier. But then his nephew by this time is fixed up from his, he's come down from his high. And he goes in there with some other good guys and they rescue the Godfather. But at the end of the movie is, I mean, all the bad guys are gone. But the Godfather in this movie is still tripping and he's looking at the camera. Leave me alone, I'm okay, I'm okay. Strange film. That is the Avenging Disco Godfather, but this is some funky awesomeness. Let me tell you that. It's got a cool, funky soundtrack, and Rudy Ray Moore, I don't know how you would describe him. He's not a good actor by any means, but he certainly is fun, and he's having fun playing his character. It's funny because he does action sequences, and you can tell he's not overly athletic, and he's kind of stiff and everything, but whatever, it's fun. Again, I highly recommend watching the My Name is Dolomite movie with Eddie Murphy, which is either on Amazon or Netflix, I can't remember, but it's fantastic. Watch that, and then watch The Avenging Disco Godfather, because, man, is this movie fun. So, I don't know what else to tell you about it, but it's a good movie. I highly recommend it. I try to watch this one every few years or so. It's fun. It's fun. So check it out. Let me know what you think about it. Have you seen the other Dolomite movies? I actually haven't. I have The Human Tornado. I do not have Dolomite. So yeah, this is the only actually Rudy Ray Moore movie I have seen. So I've seen it multiple times. So check it out. Let me know what you think about it. Leave some comments. Let's talk about The Avenging Disco Godfather. Watch it. Bye.